Hello everybody, I'm Brian from Orchids by Brian, and I am here at Little Brook Orchids in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. They have, as you can see behind me, so many different plants in bloom. You're going to be amazed with the orchids that you'll see today. I can't wait to show you. So with that, let's not waste any more time, and let's go explore Little Brook Orchids in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. All right, so we're going to start here in their showroom, because they have so many gorgeous plants in bloom. And let's start off with this guy. This is a first-time feature on my channel because these flowers only last a couple of days. This is a Stanhopea. Particularly, this is Stanhopea oculata. Oculata. What an amazing plant. I mean, check out the blooms on this. Wow, how different. And it has a amazing fragrance that smells up this entire area. How pretty is that? And it's for sale too, only $35, which is like an amazing deal. Amazing deal. Okay, we have some gorgeous purple standard Phalaenopsis. Of course, Little Brook Orchids has one of the best varieties of plants, I'd say, in and around DC, Pennsylvania. Just some orchids that you'll probably never see. They're very, very unique. This is a Liparis viridiflora. Like I said, orchids that you don't typically see at nurseries, which I really appreciate about this place, because I try to collect plants that you don't typically see. That was a Brassivola nodosa. They have some different Oncidium orchids, of course. Really pretty flowers. Isn't it gorgeous? And then, of course, look at this. This is BC Golden Glory Apollo. Wonderful Brassivola hybrid. And they have some gorgeous Vanda type orchids. So different. And look at this guy. I think this is an epidendrum of some kind. Let's see. Or Cattleya, sorry. Elaine Nubile hybrid. Wonderful purple flowers. And then over here we have the classic Cattleya Why Not, which I have in my collection. It's a wonderful bloomer. I actually have a hybrid, but still really, really cool. And check out this little Brassivola hybrid here. At least I believe it's a Brassivola hybrid, if I'm correct. Let's see. Proctivola, Golden Peacock. I'm not sure what makes up that hybrid, but really wonderful flower. And this guy I definitely know has some nodosa in it. This is BL Yellowbird. Richard Mueller, 4N by nodosa. I'll try my best to put the tag back in here. There we go. I was looking at this flower because of its intense fragrance. Definitely a little bit more compact growing, at least as it is now. This is RLC Akiko Sato. VQ Cinnamon. Cinnamon. Kind of has a really strong fragrance to it. Super floral, typical Cattleya fragrance, but wonderful flower. I mean, look at that purple lip, and it's got speckles on some of these petals, and it's Just a wonderful, wonderful Cattleya hybrid. And here, if you love Cattleya Little Hazel, they have gorgeous little flowers there. And look at this guy, though. He's got 2 spikes coming. It's going to have 5 flowers. What a beautiful plant. Gosh. And then this is a really unique little flower, too. Check that out. Ollie Palmer. How cool. Now something over here has a really strong fragrance. Put this back in here. It's got thick roots. There we go. Isn't that pretty, Ollie Palmer? Of course, we have some Dendrobiums. Wonderful Dendrobium flowers. I really like these like pastel purple color Dendrobiums. They're really pretty. Of course, we have this guy. Smells like chocolate. I forget the name of it, but Cherry Baby, that's right. Sweet fragrance. AMAOS Oncidium, known for that chocolatey fragrance. How wonderful is that? Okay. So, I'm going to take a step back over here because I missed a couple flowers by the Stanhopea. Check out this little mini Cattleya. Isn't he cute? How cute is he? Love those little flowers. This is Small World by Essie Beaufort. Wonderful plant. $55, and it's, you can see, really nice quality orchid. They have really absolutely excellent quality flowers. Here's a nice Cerulean Vanda. Isn't that pretty? It's got that purple blue color, and the name, I thought I saw the name around here. Here it is. There it is. Vanda tessellata variation Cerulean. Really, really nice. So then we have this gorgeous flower here. Check out this guy. Trey and the team here at Littlebrook grows their orchids so well, and they are so healthy. This is Aka's Art Volcano Queen. How wonderful. Really great variety of plants here. And then, look at this guy. Blooming like crazy. I don't think I've seen, it's Epidendrum porpax, so I'm going to guess it is. Bloom this, it is, yep, Epidendrum porpax. Look at all the flowers. This is definitely their blooming season. How awesome is that? Now this plant is also just absolutely stunning. And I mean, look at the size of the plant you're going to get. How gorgeous is that with a flower, 4 flowers on here, and it's got a beautiful fragrance to it. BLC, Fignafan Boy NN. Wow. I love their plants here. I love visiting this place. You just can't, it doesn't get old. Can't seem to get this guy out of the pot, or out of the container, but check out that Cattleya hybrid. Look at the yellow in the center of the lip, and then there's some speckling on the petals. How gorgeous is that? The tag is back here. I'll show you the tag here. There we go. This guy is $50, which is a steal. Oh my gosh. for that size flower, or plant, I should say. That's a huge plant. And speaking of huge plants, check out this guy. If only I had the space, I would 100% have that gorgeous Cattleya. Or Laelia, I think Laelia purpurata is what it looks like. In my collection, am I correct? LC CJ Roebling Beach View. So it's got Laelia in it, but kind of looks like a purpurata flower, sort of. All right. Over here we have some antelope type Dendrobiums. And this is from one plant. This plant is absolutely massive. 3 spikes, 2 fully open, 1 on the way. Wow, that is absolutely incredible. And $45, like I said, great prices here at Little Brook Orchids. October is, or I should say, yeah, this is October, almost November, is a great time to come visit because they have blooms like everywhere. And this is just the showroom. So wait till we go in the greenhouse and see the other things they have in bloom. Okay. Over here we have some Zygopedilums for folks that enjoy growing Zygopedilum orchids. These are wonderful little plants. Never grown them in my collection before, but Zygopedilum Advanced Australia, an AMAOS award-winning plant that you can pick up for $45. Now this guy, I'm not sure if he's fully opened or if this is just how the flowers are. It's a different little flower. I think it might be fully open, actually. Another Cattleya hybrid here. This is BLC Hilda Takematsu. And I did see other plants of this guy in the greenhouse that we'll definitely check out and you'll be able to see a little bit later on. Of course, over here, check these guys out. Wonderful hybrids. That's a really pretty flower. Really, really pretty orchid flower. And there's the name. Little Brook Orchids is just about 2.5 hours from Washington, D.C. if you're in the Washington, D.C. area. It's in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Easy, beautiful drive, honestly, any time of the year. Now, check this Bulbophyllum out. Check out the flowers. Wow. How different is that? That is so cool. And this large Bulbophyllum is for sale. I think it's Crassipes. It is, yes. Bulbophyllum crassipes is the name of that plant. Really, really pretty. Check out this Sologeny Rochesesini. I know I've said that name before, I just can't pronounce it today, but it's going to have blooms very, very soon. Really wonderful plant. They also have a great selection of house plants. Pitcher plants, ferns, pitcher plants, ferns, pothos. So if orchids aren't your cup of tea yet, which if you're watching this, I hopefully will be able to convince you that it will be, definitely check it out. Here's a wonderful Bulbophyllum. Flower and bloom. You'll see a specimen-sized plant of this a little bit later on, but like I said, this is just their showroom. This Bulbophyllum, I forget the name, I think it's Biflorum. It has those 2 flowers, but we'll check out the one later on. Look at this Phragmipedium. How about that? That is awesome. Not just the flower, but the size of the plant. Like, you're able to buy specimen-sized plants already. This plant is only $65. Like, are you kidding me? This has easily got 6 growths. And, you know, sequential blooming Phragmipedium. This is Sorcerer's Apprentice. hybrid, wonderful Phragmipedium. If you're looking for something small, this might not be for you, but if you want a specimen plant, obviously established, you can get them right here, already grown strong. Of course, we have more Dendrobiums here. Down here we have some of those house plants I mentioned that you can get, some anthuriums, things along those lines. Here's a unique Dendrobium. Cute little flower on these long, lanky canes. Dendrobium akashi. Now I have to admit, I'm not a huge Dendrobium guy. I don't like the deciduous leaves on many of them, but it doesn't mean they're not for you. Here's a super unique little flower. Check that out. Hopefully it's focusing for me right now. How different. I don't think I've ever seen this before. Phalaenopsis imbricata? Like I said, this video is going to be a video of butchering names, so don't judge me too hard, folks. Of course, they have some mounted orchids. If you are looking for mounted orchids, miniatures for your collection, they have that variety there. They even have bonsais and ficus trees. Of course, here's some standard Phalaenopsis, but they also have some species Phalaenopsis. Here's a Violacea indigo Phalaenopsis. Wonderful little plant and super fragrant. This guy, they have two of those, and then of course this one as well. This one has like almost lemon fragrance. Al Redson Queen. Wonderful plant to add to your collection if you're looking for a fragrant phal. Now down here we have some Neophenedias, obviously Vandaceous type orchids. They have a great variety of plants here. Here's a Neostylus Lucineri, bluebird. Cerulean flower. It's got these gorgeous, like white outline to each of their flowers. This is a really good example of that. So pretty. Now here's Vanda Greenlight. Hopefully you can appreciate that flower. And there's the name. Vanda Greenlight. Okay. Now over here they have some Maudii Paphiopedilums that you can add to your collection. I mean, look at the size though. Like, I'm not kidding. These are really, really nice quality Paphiopedilums. This is Paph's Fred's Barbie. Wow. Like, that's awesome. Oh my gosh. Really healthy Paphs. Here's another wonderful Paphiopedilum. We have a couple of these, and you can see this one has 2 blooms on the way, but wonderful flower. My gosh. That is so cool. And then, of course, Phragmipediums. If you're looking for Phragmipediums, prefer those plants, I'm going to show you some specimens they have for sale in a little bit. But, like I said, just here in the showroom, they have a couple wonderful Phragmipediums. Now, lastly, I'm going to show you this plant, which is a gorgeous, gorgeous Vandaceous type orchid. Look at the flowers. Like, wow, a tower of a plant. This is almost as tall as me. I'm 6 feet tall. This plant's got to be 5 feet tall. There's the name. How beautiful. My lord, this place is really showing off today. How cool. All right. So again, here's some of their philodendron type plants. If you like those, if that's why you're here. They have some really wonderful houseplants you can add to your collection. Okay. With that, I am going to go next door over here to visit their greenhouses that have even more gorgeous blooms. Okay, let's head over there. So now we're back over in their greenhouses where it looks like they have all kinds of oncidium plants here. Check these out. Wonderful flowers. These are so nice. Oh my gosh. And then these were the specimens that I was talking about. I'm going to try to zoom in. The specimen-sized plants. Not for sale. This is definitely their personal collection. But one in particular that was so impressive to me is this guy over here. Hopefully the wind's not too bad, but check out that. Wow. That is beautiful. Okay. So we have more cute oncidiums. If you love oncidium orchids, it looks like it's just about their blooming season because they have tons of buds. Oh my gosh, all over the place. These are oncidium CQ Marguerite. How wonderful, oh my gosh. And of course they have standard Phalaenopsis that are about to come into bloom. Like I said, more of these plants like we saw in the showroom. You can have your pick of a wide variety of flowers. And then here are some that aren't in bloom right now, but Dendrobium farmeri. They have many of these orchids. But I want to show you, speaking of the Dendrobium, check out the size of that Dendrobium. I don't think this video does it justice, because it is humongous. But how pretty, oh my gosh. And then of course some more standard Phalaenopsis in bloom. Any range of color you're looking for, they have them, and at a very reasonable price for the size of the plant. Really, really great. My gosh. Okay. You can see this is definitely their Dendrobium house where they have lots of Dendrobiums and phals. Some oncidiums too. So, really wonderful nursery. Okay, let's head to the next greenhouse. So like I said, some really unique orchids for sale. Not everything is in bloom, but here's Dendrobium amethystoglossum. They do a really great job at showing photos so that we can get a good idea of the orchids. Like, look at that. And I mean, when you buy plants here, like, you can go home with like 2 starts. Like, really well established orchids. Some Amiziella, Monticola. And they have Orangus citrata, so if you like your Madagascan or African species, these are coming into spike right now. So you can go home with a plant. This one's not for sale, but you know, this has 2 spikes. There are some in here for sale with 1 and 2 spikes already too. There's Phal equestris, Soroa firewing. Wonderful. Mini species Phalaenopsis. Orangus biloba, which we're actually going to see an Orangus biloba in bloom in just a little while, because they do have one in bloom that's mounted. That's really beautiful. But they have them potted too. And here's Dendrobium anceps, which they have a huge specimen, like I showed you a little while ago, of this, but wonderful plants. Of course, over here we have some more Oncidium Sherry Baby Red Fantasy. This is a different variety of Sherry Baby. And then here's that plant I was showing you from the other side. Looks like a better view from here. I mean, these are the specimen size plants you'll get to see. It's like botanical garden in here with some of the plants that you can see. It's amazing. Such an impressive greenhouse. Okay, let's keep going down here. Dendrobium maniliforme. They have Kingianum dendrobiums, of course. Here is a variegated form of Dendrobium kingianum. Really nice. Very different. I don't see them very often when I'm traveling about checking out all of these nurseries. So really cool to see. We're very lucky here in the Northeast. I should say in the Mid-Atlantic area to have these wonderful nurseries. And I encourage all of you to support them by visiting, buying orchids, sharing this information with folks. We're very lucky to have, like I said, these wonderful, wonderful places. This is Dendrobium baby hibiki. It is in flower. Check out that flower. Almost like a Cuthbertsonii type flower on it. Wonderful little plant. Here's some Arides rosea for our Vanda-loving collectors. And here's a Doridus pulcherrimum related to Phalaenopsis. I'm pretty sure they're, reclassified, but I just want to again highlight what you're getting with these, with this place. Look at this. There's 3 plants in here. Actually, looks like maybe even 4 plants, and it's in bloom. It's in flower. So, really, really cool. This is Doridus pulcherrimum cerulea. Wonderful, wonderful flower. You can see here. So nice. And again, you're going to see some very unique flowers. Tuberolabium catuense. You can see nice flowers there. And look at this. How pretty is that? What an impressive, impressive flower. It's cute. You can see that plant has 2 spikes coming off of it with those beautiful little pink flowers. I'm curious what this guy is. This is the Arides hybrid. Lawrenceae and odorata. Let me put that back in there. There we go. And that plant's actually for sale. If you want to purchase this exact plant, it's $125 for a humongous specimen. You have more Arides. Here's a cute little flower. This looks like a Neophonidia, but no, this is true odorata. Arides odorata. So one of the parents of that large plant you saw, but again, like I said, they have specimen-sized orchids that you can purchase here. Really, really wonderful. Here's another Arides flebitata. So cute. More Dendrobiums. Now over here, we have Dendrobium lattigesii that is variegated. which is so different. Like I said, I keep walking through and I find new orchids every time I look here, I swear. Here's a wonderful, cute little red flower. And check out this guy, another Cattleya. Alright. We have some Leptotes bicolor. And then look at this. I totally would have passed this by. Check out the little flowers here. These are so cute. Let's see if I can stand out a little bit better. That is so adorable. What is this? Ornithophora radicans. That is really cool. Wow. Never seen that before. Here's a Prosthecia Maria. Nice plants available there. And then, of course, some more larger Dendrobium flowers. Isn't that great? So nice. Wow. Very, very cool. Check out the flowers on this Dendrobium up here. Wow. That is impressive. Okay, and of course, more Dendrobium hybrids, from antelope Dendrobiums to the standard Dendrobiums, or nobiles. These are gorgeous. Okay, let's head over to the next greenhouse for some more stunning plants. This is where they keep their Bulbophyllums, and if you know me or watch my channel, you know I love my Bulbophyllums, all my weird orchids like that. So cool. But yeah, here's all their Bulbophyllums that they have in bloom. There are a couple of plants I'm going to show you that are in bloom. Here's that Chrysipes, but look at the size of these specimens. Isn't that amazing? And they are in bloom. Can't really get a good view. I'll show you one over there in a second, but they have Bulbophyllum rothschildianum, just about to bloom. Really wonderful, wonderful plant. Bulbophyllum frostii. These are nice established frostii, like they're large bulbs, which are great if you want to see the blooms. And then here is Elizabethan buckleberry. Classic Bulbophyllum, long-lasting flowers. Smells awful when you put your nose to it. But the flowers are so different. My lord. These are great. I love their plants. And then check out, look at that Bulbophyllum Chrysipes. That is an amazing piece. Wow. And those are for sale. Way too big for my collection, my grow space, but you know, for those of you lucky enough to have that large grow space, you can buy a specimen plant here. These are wonderful. Here's some Bulbophyllum dearii. They're kind of mixed in different types. This is not in bloom, but Oxypterum. They have some Bulbophyllums. I always come in here and find bulbos that I've literally never seen in my life or heard of. Now, I was telling you earlier about the Phragmipedium specimens. This Phragmipedium right here, look at this, in bloom, gorgeous flowers. It's got multiple flowers on its way, multiple starts here on this one stem. So it's going to have two sets of flowers. Look at the size of this plant. And it's $85. That is crazy. What a deal. And then, of course, we have all different types of flowers on the Phragmipediums. And these plants are for sale, people. If you're looking for a specimen-sized Phragmipedium, You can find it here. Okay, let's keep going. Another gorgeous Phragmipedium. Can't really reach the tag, unfortunately, but, well, actually, no, I can on this one, I think. This is Sendenii. Can you see that? There we go, Frag Sendenii. Schlemi by Longiflorum. They kind of had that tag laying in the pot. But here's some mini cat hybrids. If you're looking for mini Cattleyas, Beverly Blush Calapania. Really like this plant. Really healthy, nice roots. Some of these are in bud, so you'll have flowers soon. But a whole variety, like, for example, BLC Mary's Glory. Gorgeous plant. We've got them in bud. So you can get this plant in bud. It'll be in flower soon. Pontanara Hawaiian Charisma. Hawaii also in sheath. So you're getting mature blooming size plants here at Littlebrook. Okay, now behind me, I didn't want to pass up some more of those. Why not? Wonderful little plants. And then this guy, look at this. This is a gorgeous one-day leopard Tsinghua by Jennifer Margaret. They even have those. Like I said, you got to dig and look around because you're going to find all kinds of plants in bloom that you didn't even expect. Gorgeous specimen-sized plants back there, not for sale. Vanilla planifolia. So if you're looking for a vanilla orchid, they have those available here. You can see huge plants. Wonderful, wonderful orchids. For those of you who don't know, vanilla comes from orchids. Check this guy out. I have no idea what this flower looks like, so if you're curious, you can look it up. Here's the name, but look at these two huge buds. They'll find out soon enough. The flower soon. Dan O'Neill in sheath. Nice specimen, or I should say nice plants here. Really, really good quality orchids. $50 for Dan O'Neill. Not too bad. Over here again we have some more Cattleyas. Not in bloom, but a wonderful variety of orchids. Here's some more in bud. RAC Python Delight. They have several of these in bud right now. Really cool. LC Love Knot Blue Star. LC Jack's Pride. I'm pretty sure the LC Jack's Pride is what you saw in the basket earlier in the video. I'm pretty sure that that's the plant. Compact grower. Wonderful little flower. I added my collection and I sold it just to make space. Over here, I was really impressed to see they have Cattleya peccaviensis, and they have many peccaviensis and really, really nice quality plants. Super good. Like many growths. These are really impressive peccaviensis. Peccaviensis will bloom multiple times a year for you, which is, obviously a perk when you can get a Cattleya to bloom a lot. Here's another Cattleya Small World. Let's see. By S.E. Beaufort. Here's one that they have over here. And it's in bud. And potted. Compact cat. And then I picked one of these up because I think it's amazing. This is Cattleya Small World, Cattleya Summer Spot. Look at the size of that orchid. That is huge. Like, can't complain about that. Here's Elsie Mary Elizabeth Bond Royal Flare, a massive Cattleya plant, but beautiful flowers. And they have even more gorgeous orchids here in bloom. And here's a little vivacious type orchid that they do have in bloom right now. Super cute. This is definitely a warmer side of the greenhouse. They have a lot of Brassavola orchids, but check out this huge Neophonidia vanda in the basket flowering. Isn't that impressive? Wow. Not for sale. Gorgeous plant. Okay. So let's continue on. Obviously Brassavola nodosa. Good starts on there. Wonderful plants. Some more Phragmipediums to choose from over in this area as well. But this is definitely, oh, almost missed this guy. This wonderful little hybrid. Check that out. That's a nice flower, wow. Of course, more wonderful plants. Check that out. Oh, sure. This is Vanda Green Light, which we saw earlier, across with the Falcata. So wonderful. They have quite a few Falcata. Neophonidia Falcata is in bloom. It's got like a tan color flower. If you want a compact growing Neophonidia. You have really great starts. These are really nice. And then they also, like I said, have some more Cattleyas. Bifoliate Cattleya, Carol Ackerson. That's in sheath. I'm not sure if there's a bud or not, but still wonderful. Oops. And then here's that Hilda Takamatsu that we saw in bloom out there. They do have some available. Check out that guy. Really gorgeous flower. All right. So we have some nice little red Vanda. This is Vanda Peaches. Wonderful little hybrid with great flowers. And then this guy is 55. Check out that. 2 spikes. Wonderful, wonderful little flowers. If you love Vandas, this is specimen size Vanda. There we go. Fuchs Cream Puff by Rinca Stylus Celestis Pink. Nice hybrid. $55, not bad. Great deal. Alright, let's keep going down here. This is one that I'm contemplating picking up. Patanara Lisa Taylor, Gallus Nora. Wonderful little Cattleya. Plants aren't too big. And they're in bud. So if I do end up picking one of these up, you'll have to see what the bloom comes out to be. Okay. Here's Rinca Stylus Gigantea. Spots, no blooms right now, but these are good sized plants if you're looking for one. And this guy is in spike. Excuse me. This is in spike. So if you want one in spike, they have Rinca Stylus. Actually, a couple of these are in spike now that I look at it. This guy is also spiking. So we're almost in stylus season. Here's another BLC Yellowbird, classic Rossavilla hybrid in bloom. And then down here we have this cute little guy again. The golden peacock. And then here's a cucullata, Rossavilla cucullata flower. Isn't that cool? How different is that? They have these super droopy leaves. Good for hanging and having them kind of dangle. Here's a Santa Barbara Showtime, which I've highlighted in another orchid nursery tour. But what a flower on this. When you grow it to be a specimen, it is stunning. And then look at this gorgeous flower here. Another Cattleya, BLC Phaeophan Boy and that's one that I did highlight a little bit earlier on. You get to see another plant of that. Now over there is where they have their personal collection, some of their houseplants, things along those lines. Things they show, not open to the public, but just looking in, they have some gorgeous orchids over there. So, all right, let's keep on moving to the next greenhouses. Now over here is where they have some of their other Phalaenopsis, species Phalaenopsis, some mounted and some potted, but you can see they have quite a few phals. Not much in bloom over here, but there were some plants that I was looking at. I love this little phal. I love those leaves. I'm a sucker for the model leaves on species Phalaenopsis. Here's Phal hieroglyphica. Wonderful. Phalaenopsis. Phal Christine Margot, a hybrid. They have one in bloom here. Look at that cute little flower. How adorable is he? I love that little guy. So cute. More Phalaenopsis available over here. And then over here is a Bulbophyllum Phalaenopsis. Look at that. How impressive. I love that. And over here you can see more Liparis in bloom. Now I was checking out some of these Bulbophyllums that they have on this side. I don't believe anything is in bloom at this time, but if you like mounted bulbos or prefer to grow them mounted, you can buy them here. Really cool. They have some crassipes on the other side. That may be what these are too. Let's see. No, this is Cheery Eye. Like I said, you find Bulbophyllums you've never been able to see before. Here is some more Bulbophyllums. They have some Dendrobiums here as well. Looks like it's got one bud coming on this guy, but nobody's in full bloom right now, but they do have cute little flowers. I have seen them before. Here's a Bulbophyllum flower that is absolutely gorgeous. This is Bulbophyllum atropurpureum by Lowianum. Almost looks like a Rothschildianum, but what a pretty flower. I love these bulbos. And then I do see a crassipes, but I think it is all done. So, but I have highlighted that quite a few times, and they have some crassipes, smaller mounted specimens, pieces available as well. And they have even more This is Dendrobium hemianthum. These guys here. Okay. Now on this side we have Aurelia retricala, which I have in my collection. You can see the cute little flower there in bloom. Wonderful, easy to grow little plant if you have a grow tent or a terrarium. And then some more Bulbophyllums and Dendrobium polybulbin, but we don't see any flowers on that. Over here we have some more of those Maudii Paphiopedilums, not in bloom. Some are in bud. And then some wonderful species Phalaenopsis. Aren't these pretty? I think they're so different. I'm excited to look at the flowers. Celebinensis. And then I did want to highlight over here because this is where you can actually see that Arangus biloba in flower. Check it out. How pretty is that? I love that. And they have really nice leaves too. They're like, they have a lot of character. I like these little Arangus plants. Okay. Let's keep going over here. Like I said, not too much in bloom. This is the specimen plant of the Bulbophyllum biflorum. I believe that's what this is. Like I said, I can't get to the name. Assume if I'm wrong, correct me in the comments, but it smells not good. Beautiful flower, stinky smell. But we love Bulbophyllums on this channel. They're such wonderful little plants. They deserve more love, in my opinion. Alright, over here we have some more Ingrecum. Here's Ingrecum leonis. Decently large Ingrecum. And they have one here in spike. So you can get them about to bloom. And here's an Ingrecum flower. I think it's just about done. But that's an Ingrecum Magdalene. Really cool. Now over here, this is their cool growing greenhouse where they have some definitely shade loving plants. More of those Bulbophyllums that we like. We love them on this channel. Oh, I actually see a tag, so I can prove. Am I right? I'm right. Bulbophyllum biflorum. Yay. It's always good to feel like you learn something. You know stuff in this hobby. Alright. Wonderful Dendrobium flower. Check that out. Such a gorgeous purple blue. Here's some Pleurothallus flowers. Or I should say plants, nothing in flower. Here's a little Masdevallia, one Masdevallia flower. That's so pretty. But yeah, not too much else in bloom in this greenhouse. I think this is a Rothschildian, a Bulbophyllum. It's got that dark red. Oh, I did miss this last time. Here, check out that Collagenea. Look at the flowers. It is in full bloom. That is a huge specimen, Collagenea. There's some more Bulbophyllums down there. We'll check those out in a minute. But let's go check out that Collagenea. But before we get there, check out this guy. This is a Maxillaria Buchtienii. Really cool. Very different. Okay. Let's go check out that Collagenea over here. Some more Silogeny or Dendrobium. Sometimes people consider them reclassified. It's hard for me to keep track, but you can kind of see the flowers on this guy. It's bobbing around because there's lots of fans, but look at that plant. Isn't that awesome? So impressive. My gosh. I love checking out these growers because everybody is so good at so many different types of orchids. Like they have their specialty. Here's Bulbophyllum Sunshine Queen, Phragmipedium, Sunshine Queen in bud. And here is a Bulbophyllum carunculatum flower. Sequential blooming Bulbophyllum. Humongous plant. But nonetheless, really cool. And here is an Encyclia flower. Encyclia garciana. In flower. And then here's a specimen size carunculatum. This guy's pretty much all done, but you can see what like a plant this size could look like. Really, really nice. My gosh. Okay. Alright, so let's head out of this greenhouse. We're going to go back into the one we came from and show you some of the things that they have on the other side. Duck down. Okay. Over here we have some mounted Shinorchis tixieri. These are super cool. They have Psychopsis. Here's about to pop open. Oops. Sorry about that. There you go, there's the name of this guy. And then check out this cute little flower. Oh my gosh, they're so small. They don't have many of these unless they're in a different area. Cattleya, or Epidendrum ellipticum, apricot. I always get Cattleya, Epidendrum mixed up, whatever their abbreviation is. Here's some more Psychopsis. Of course, some Paphiopedilums over here as well. Nothing in bloom in this section, but when we get over here, we have some more of those Maudii type Paphiopedilums that you can pick from. And then, lastly, of course, some more standard phals, which you can see over here. These are a little bit cheaper than the ones in the other room, but still huge. And then I wanted to highlight this guy here, Melissa ringens. This plant is almost nearly always in bloom with its cute little yellow flowers. Really wonderful. All right, everybody, that's going to conclude my tour of Little Brook Orchids here in Pennsylvania. They have so many amazing plants. I hope you enjoyed the tour. If you're looking to visit or purchase plants from Little Brook, I'll put their information in the description below. Thanks so much to Trey and the team at Little Brook for letting me film another nursery tour here. With that, thank you so much for watching. I'm Brian from Orchids by Brian, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.